Warriors. My name is Tori and I'm the yoga instructor for Texas A&M Central Texas. And today we're just going to keep on moving. Let's remind ourselves that spring is a time for renewal traditionally. And so if we are trying something new today, we're going to be patient with ourselves and try not to push ourselves too hard. And if we are just beginning again, a practice that we've been familiar with before, then just maintain that encouragement and try not to overdo it. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, let's go ahead and come to the top of our mat. Then we'll start in our mountain pose. So we're going to stack the body, the joints of the body, piece by piece, nice and tall. Rock the body weight forward into the toes, back into the heels. Settle the feet nice and gentle on the mat. Soften the knees beneath the body, but then stack the hips and shoulders nice and tall. Roll the shoulders up towards your ears, and then exhale, drop them down and back. Okay, so this is where we're going to start in our mountain. Inhale, sweep nice and tall overhead. Exhale, I want to encourage you, while we're reaching up to the sky with our hands, we're going to exhale, tilt the crown of the head back, maybe tilt the shoulders a little. Inhale to neutral, exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees as you lower, shake the head yes, shake the head no. Okay, climb up to the top of the shin bone, hover half lift. Exhale, hang heavy, yes and no. Okay, let's climb to the top of the shin bone, keep the spine straight and climb all the way back up into standing. Roll the shoulders down and back, open up the chest space, back in mountain. And let's do this a couple of times. Inhale nice and tall, reach with the rib cage, reach with the hands. Exhale, maybe tilt a little bit back. Inhale to neutral, exhale, dive, forward fold. Yes and no. Inhale, climb to the top of the shin bone, hover, long spine. Exhale, hang heavy. Yes and no. Okay, we climb to the shin bone and hinge our way up, tall spine. Roll the shoulders down and back, open up the chest space, and let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, maybe we tilt back. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, dive. Okay, yes, no. Rise up to our half lift. Hold. Exhale, yes, no. Okay, climb to the shin bone. Hinge all the way up, slow and steady. Last time. Open up the chest space. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, maybe lean a little. Find our neutral spine. Exhale, fold. Okay, yes and no. Half lift. Exhale, yes and no. All right, we're just going to hang super duper heavy this time. Cross the arms underneath your upper body. Point the crown of the head all the way down to the ground. And then sway a little bit side to side. Maybe the elbows are creating sort of a crescent moon shape as we kind of a little bit rotate around the knees. We're not going to go too crazy with it. We'll come to neutral, drop the hands nice and heavy. Let's take a walking step back with our left foot. So maybe that's a short stance, maybe it's a little bit longer, but I want to try to keep it so that we're not too far extended. We're going to keep our right knee safe over our right ankle. We're going to climb to standing. And I'm aiming for a shorter stance here. We could be way back at the mat, but I want to shorten that stance so that the feet are not too far apart. Okay, we've got a bend in the front knee. We're going to hold strong in our core so that our low back doesn't feel like it's dumping forward or falling back. And hold strong in the core to keep the hips neutral. Sweep the hands nice and tall. And let's go ahead and exhale. Sweep the hands way behind the body. Try to lace the fingers behind the body. And then push the arms nice and long. We're rolling back our shoulders here. We're feeling as though the knuckles are dragging heavy to the earth. We're going to start to take a bow. So we're going to get a big stretch in the back hamstring. So we're going to move slow. When we exhale, we're going to push the heart forward. We're going to hinge at the hips, but we're going to keep the spine straight, sending the heart forward until we feel resistance in the body, and we're going to pause. We're just going to hold strong. And then we'll tuck the chin to the chest and look down to our big toe. And then back to our big toe behind us. Okay, hold steady. Begin to rise first with the eyes, and then the chest. And then we'll shake out the arms. From this stance, let's inhale, sweep the palms tall, lift up on the back tippy toe, and send the body weight into the front leg. Hold steady. Exhale, let's see if we can swing that back knee forward to balance in stork pose. Awesome. Plant the feet. Release the hands heavy to your side. And shake it out. We've made it back to mountain, so let's try all of that on the opposite side. Inhale nice and tall. Maybe a back bend. Neutral spine. Forward fold. Soft knees. Cross the arms. Sway side to side. Ragdoll posture. Okay, nice and easy. Not too fast. Not too extreme on either side. Drop the hands heavy, walking step back with the right foot. Okay, left knee is safe over the ankle, rise. All right, take your time. We're not trying to get dizzy. So while we're here, we're going to focus on a strong core because we don't want our hips tilted forward. We don't want our hips tilted back. We want to keep it nice and neutral. Knee safe over the ankle, sweep the hands tall. Exhale, extend the arms back, release the fingers, push the knuckles strong into the room behind us or to the ground beneath us, depending on how much flexibility you have behind the body. Just press the arms strong away. Okay, we're going to maintain strong core and a tall spine. When we exhale, we're going to send the heart forward, focusing on moving forward, not rounding the spine, keeping the spine strong. Until we find resistance, and then we pause. Strong breath, strong body. Hold steady. We are working on this humble warrior. Whew. Even if the legs are feeling it. Okay, we're going to tuck the chin to the chest, look to our big toe. Okay, look back to our big toe behind us. Whew, got a cramp this morning. All right. One more strong breath. When we are ready to rise, we're going to start with our eyes. So we'll look forward to our front big toe, lead the gaze upward, and then the chest. And then we'll drop the hands heavy to our side. Okay. Moving for stork, we inhale to reach to the sky, lift on the back tippy toe, swing the body weight into the front leg, and slowly try to bring that right knee forward to balance. In stork. Hold strong. Breathe steady. And when you're ready, find mountain. Relax the hands at your side. Shake it out. Okay. From this mountain, let's take a long step back with our right leg. Long step this time. We're going to turn both sets of toes open to the long side of the mat. So we have a wide stance, forward fold. Try to resist the urge to lock out the knees, so leave them a little bit soft. Okay. Otherwise, shoulders are tall over the hips. Heart space is open. Okay, let's inhale. Sweep wide and tall. And let's exhale. Send the heart forward. Soften the knees as you dive down into our forward fold. Hang the crown of the head heavy, heavy. Shake the head yes if you like. Maybe no. Okay. Let's walk our hands over to our left foot at the top of the mat. Sweep the heart in line with the knee. And then exhale, walk back to our right foot. Heart in line with the knee. And let's just sway with our exhales here. So we exhale to the left. Take a breath. Exhale to the right. Take a breath. Exhale left. One more time on that right side. Awesome. Let's come back to our neutral place. Let's rise up, soft knees, straight spine. All the patience in the world here, okay? Now, we're gonna try and sweep the palms way out wide. We're gonna try to create like a star pattern in the body here. So it is called our 5-pointed star. Let's keep in mind that toes are gonna be facing straight forward to the front of the room. And so our knees are gonna follow the direction that our big toes are pointing. So let's give ourselves a couple opportunities to practice pointing knees in the same direction as the toes. If that is not comfortable for you, I encourage you to point the toes kind of out at an angle, not far, and then try again, bending the knee, following the toe. And you can decide if kind of setting the feet out at maybe like less than 45 degree of an angle is more comfortable, or pointing them straight forward. It's up to you. But the knees will always follow the toes. So whichever direction the big toes are pointing is where the knees are going to be pointing as well. And we'll consciously do that for ourselves. All right, so when we exhale, we're going to squat. So we're going to bend the knees. We're going to push the hips towards the back of our mat so that our knees do not go beyond our toes. We're going to squeeze the elbows to the rib cage so that we can feel the shoulder blades behind our back squeezing as well. Okay, so the heart is forward, hips are back, elbows tight, knees same direction as the toes, okay? Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's give this 2 more tries. Working on leg strength and hip mobility a little bit today. Finally, let's go ahead and reach up nice and tall. Let's exhale, dive into a forward fold. We're going to walk our way around to the top of the mat. So we're going to walk all the way around, pointing both sets of toes to the top of the mat eventually. Okay, we've got a long lunge here. Let's see if we can rise. Slow and easy. Again, remember, core is strong. We're not tilting the hips back and we're not tilting them forward. We're trying to keep neutral. So the hips are square at the front of the mat, palms to the sky. Warrior 1. And let's exhale, forward fold. Left foot goes back to meet the right foot. Let's level the hips in line with shoulders and heels, high plank. Let's go ahead and chaturanga to the mat. Untuck the toes, peel the heart up just a little bit, baby cobra. Exhale to release, rise into tabletop. Hands and knees at the mat. And then let's fold back for child's pose. Hips to the heels, heart to the knees, forehead heavy. Reach the arms way out long before you. Okay, while we're in this first child's pose of the day, let's take an exhale. Walk the hands over to our left side. Stack the right hand on top of the left. Sweep the heart over to the left knee. Drop the forehead heavy again. It's the same child's pose. We're just getting a big stretch in the right side of our body by reaching over to our left side for a moment. And we can feel that from the shoulder to the hip, hopefully. Okay, when we take our next exhale, we're going to walk across the mat to our right side, left hand over the right, heart over the right knee, forehead heavy, and breathe. Continue breathing. Now, child's pose is not easy for everybody, so remember, have patience with yourself if it doesn't quite look or feel like you are in the right place. You're in the right place for yourself if you are trying. Let's unwind back to neutral. Look to the top of the mat, rise to tabletop, and move through to your downward facing dog, toes tuck under, hips to the sky, and the most important part is fingertips are spread out wide so that we can push the heart back towards the knees. Downward facing dog. So our right leg was back last time. Let's bring our right leg forward. Let's sweep the leg tall and then step through to a long lunge. Even if we have to step a couple times and scoot a little bit, that's okay. Knee safe over the ankle. Rise when you feel stable. Okay, find your stability, strong core so the hips are not back or forward, they're neutral. Square at the top of the mat, hands to the sky. Warrior one, great breath in the body. Strong breath, strong body, you've got this. When we exhale, we'll forward fold. Okay, right foot will meet the left. Find high plank. Okay, chaturanga. Tops of the feet are flat, peel the heart up, baby cobra. Exhale, release, fold back for a tabletop. Through to child's pose. We're not staying here as long this time, but let the forehead drop and breathe. Okay. This time when we're ready, we'll look forward to neutral. We'll rise to tabletop. We're going to start with our cat and cow here. So palms are beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. Fingertips are still spread out wide, and we're going to soften the elbows a little bit, because if we lock out the elbows, the eye of the elbow is pointing towards the front of our mat. We're going to ease up on that. Ease up so that the eyes of the elbows are facing each other. Okay, when you're ready, let's go ahead and inhale, drop the belly button, look forward. Cow pose. Exhale, arch the back to the sky, look back towards the knees or hips or belly button. Cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Flow with your own cycle of breath. Inhale. And exhale. No hurries and no worries. Okay. When we're ready, let's come back into our neutral spine. Let's go ahead and walk the hands way out before us and sink the heart, belly button, and the forehead into a puppy pose. For puppy pose, we want to try and keep the hips over the knees, but if you need more balance today, you can kind of sit back like you're going into a child's pose again. But you'll find more challenge and more depth in that scoop if you move forward. Okay, from puppy pose, rise to neutral. Hands beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips, and let's try some abdominal, some core work. So we're going to inhale, reach the right hand forward and try to hover at shoulder height. We're going to kick the left leg back at about hip height. We're going to try to do some crunches here. So we've been really good at working on these lately. When we exhale, we'll bring the elbow to the knee and inhale to extend. Let's try 5 more. Exhale, inhale, exhale. One more. Awesome. Reach out long now. I want to challenge you here for a balance. Put a bend in the left knee, point the toe to the sky. Try to bring that heel really close to the glute and see if you can swing the right hand back to catch a pant leg, a sock. Maybe we can catch the top of the foot today. We're not going to pressure ourselves, but we are going to try. And then we'll see if we can roll the shoulder back. Lift the knee higher than hip height. Point the toe to the sky maybe. Tigress pose. 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, let's release the foot, the hand, the knee. Sway a little bit left and right. Rock out the wrists if you need to. Roll out the ankles. Okay. Let's try all that on the opposite side. So this time the left hand reaches forward to hover. The right leg travels back to hover. Okay. We're going to try 6 crunches here. Remember, we crunch on the exhale. So we'll exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach. And keep going with your breath. One more. We'll crunch. We'll reach out long. Hold that balance. You're going to bend the knee. Try to bring the heel close to the glute. Swing the left hand back. Maybe we catch today. Maybe we don't. Okay, we don't have to be there. But we are going to roll the shoulder back. We are going to try and lift the knee and point the toe. Okay, no matter where we're at in this tigress. Hold steady. Keep breathing. Have patience. Let's release the hand, the foot, the knee. Sway side to side, roll out the wrists. Roll out the ankles if you need to. Let's tuck the toes under behind us. Walk the body weight back. And we're going to be super mindful of this for a moment. We're going to make sure every single toe is tucked under because we don't want to sit back and pop anything. So we're going to make sure the pads of those toes are meeting the mat. We're going to try and sit the body weight back onto the heels to lift the heart tall. And we're in fire toes, so we're trying to feel uncomfortable in the foot. But if we've had a recent injury anywhere near this place or the knee or the hip, don't be afraid to keep the body weight away or in control elsewhere. Okay? We can be anywhere along this way, and we're still in fire toes. And if you are comfortable maneuvering back and forth, we're going to try that. If not, go to child's pose, go to tabletop, just hang in there, okay? So what I mean by back and forth is we're going to drop the finger pads between or by our knees. Exhale to lift off of the mat, rock back into the ball of the foot, the arch of the foot, and then we'll rest the knees back down, rise up, and we'll try to create a cycle with our breath here. So we'll exhale to take a bow. Exhale to lift off, roll as we're breathing. Exhale, drop the knees. Inhale, lift the heart. So most of that is exhale driven. Exhale, take a bow. Exhale to rock. Inhale to plant the knee. Inhale to rise. Hang on, I changed that a little bit. You know what? Test yourself with your breath. I'm going to exhale, plant, and then exhale, rock. But if it makes more sense to do it a different way for you, go for it. I'm not the boss of you. The knees, tall. The point of that being is that we're getting more familiar with how our body responds to how we are breathing. And so we're just paying attention to ourselves. We're just becoming more aware of how the breath moves and how the body responds. So let's plant the hands beside the knee, but this time, let's rock back onto the feet and see if we can rise into a forward fold. So we're just going to send the hips to the sky, plant the heels, still keep the knees a little bit soft, drop the upper body, heavy, 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 shake, yes. Shake, no. All right, rise up nice and tall, straight spine, remember, all the way up. When we meet the top of our mountain, we roll the shoulders back, shake it out, get a little loosey-goosey if we need to. All right, we're going to try and take some steps forward here. So resettle how the feet are resting in the mat, rock the body weight to the toes, back to the heels, wiggle out the toes a little bit. Make sure everybody's nice and well planted in the mat, okay? We're going to open up the heart space. And let's inhale, sweep the hands nice and tall. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. Press the palms against each other. Really challenge your focus on where the palms are meeting and what kind of pressure we feel between the two balancing right there at our thumbs at the heart center. All right, so I'm going to turn to the camera for you guys, but stay at the back of your mat for this one. Yeah, all right. Let's shift our body weight to our left side first. Let's see if we can buckle up our right knee, peel up our right heel, and maybe we can try to hover and stork like we did earlier. Knee at about hip height, foot flat as if it's stepping off of a stair. Okay. I'm going to challenge you. Let's bring our right hand free to our side. And our left hand, let's try to cross over that right knee and see if we can grab onto a strong part in that thigh, or if we can grab like our pant leg or something. Okay, just to hold steady. Now let's turn our face to our right side as if our chin is being attracted to our shoulder. And then let's see if we can exhale and pull that right knee across the midline of the body. Bear with me here. And we'll try this at the mat in a moment just to see what else we can feel in this posture when the gravity is distributed differently in the body. Same twist, but we'll do it on the mat later. Unwind, slow and easy. Release the foot to the mat, release the hands to the side, shake it out, kick it out. Okay, and if you didn't feel a lot in this twist, no worries. I know we're focused on balancing. It'll be different when we're at the mat, okay? Don't worry. Settle the feet strong. I cannot express this enough. When we're balancing, those toes, the ball of the foot, and the heel are all going to be important corners of the feet to help us feel steady. Settle the feet, soften the knees, build the spine, open the heart. All right. Let's try this on the opposite side. Sweep the hands tall and proud. Exhale to heart center. Okay, really press so that we've got something else to focus on. Balance between the hands. Strength between the arms. Shift the body weight to your right side this time. Buckle up the left knee. Peel up the left heel. Slow and easy. Okay, let's see if we can lift into stork. Knee hip height. Sole of the foot flat to the earth. Okay. With the next breath, let's drop the left hand open to our side. Counterbalance. You've got it. Right hand is going to cross the thigh. Maybe we grab pant leg. Maybe we can grab the thigh. Man, the hard part here is keeping the spine tall while we're reaching across the body. And I know some of us are so much taller than I am. And so some of us are going to find it difficult to reach like that across the torso. Do not judge yourself. Just be where you are. And if you can cross the body, even if you can't catch the knee, you are all good. You're working on it. Okay? Like last time, turn the head to the left side as if the chin is drawn to our shoulder. And try to pull that knee across the midline of the body. I promise you this is going to feel wildly different when we're not focused on balancing and instead we're resting. Later, we'll get there. But for now, we notice how we feel in the moment. One more breath. And then we unwind. Ooh. We drop the feet. The arms, we shake it out, get loosey-goosey, anything that helps. Okay, I'm going to turn towards the top of my mat again, but we're still at the back of our mat. So let's sweep the hands tall and proud. Exhale, forward fold. Knees are soft, forehead heavy. Yes, no. Let's walk into a downward facing dog, peeling the heels away from the mat. Spreading the fingertips wide so that we can then push the heart back towards the knees. Let the top of the head feel heavy. We're going to try and push our shoulder blades away from our ears. So it would be too easy for us to scrunch up. Sorry, I'm trying to make it look weird. Scrunch up our shoulders towards our ears, but we're going to push those shoulders up towards the hips instead. Okay, let's drop the knees to the mat. You can keep the toes tucked for this child's pose if you want, or you can untuck them. We are going into child's pose, whether our toes are active or not. Okay, whatever works best for you in this moment. Walk the hands to your left side. Sweep the heart over to the left knee. Forehead is heavy. Take a bow. Give it a couple heavy breaths here, extending one side of the body at a time. I know I said we were going to do hip mobility, but I really appreciate these spinal stretches instead. Let's walk over to our right side. Sweep the heart over. Forehead is heavy. Take a bow. Full breaths in the body so that we can feel the spine, the back of the body expand. And rest. Awesome. Come back to neutral when you are ready. And let's find our way into a seated posture. So we can lift the heart above the hips if we want. We could move off of the feet first. It doesn't matter. We're coming down to a seat. So we're going to bring our feet into butterfly. Definitely one of my favorites. Soles of the feet come together before us. Knees fall apart into a diamond shape. And contrary to training in gymnastics and dance and cheer and stuff like that, we're not trying to bring the heels as close to us as possible. So find a nice balance between feeling this challenge in the stretch already versus feeling a little more tension fall away from the knees and anchor more in the hips. So give yourself a balance between rest and effort already. Build the spine up tall. Exhale, push the heart forward and drop the elbows on top of the knees just to help weigh it down. We're not forcing, we're not pushing, we're not trying to bully the body into a place that's not comfortable. And again, we're trying not to round the spine. Keep it straight, keep it safe. Okay, when you feel ready for butterfly, let's rise up nice and tall, stand the knees to the sky, and I'm going to rotate so that I've got space behind me to roll back. And this is where we're going to take our twists. So let's roll all the way down to the mat. Make sure the spine feels nice and long, including the neck, so that the shoulders are down away from the ears. Okay. Let's start by extending the left leg long to the end of the mat, but leaving the right knee right where it's at. Heel close to the glute if you are comfortable doing so. And then, sorry, my cat's scratching the door. He'll be fine. The right knee is going to cross the body. So let's take our left hand across the body to that right knee. Take the right hand way out. I'm by the wall, but you could send your hand way out wide, or you could do a goalpost arm, just a 90-degree bend in the elbow. Okay, and when we exhale, let's pull that knee across the body. Stack the right hip over the left hip, and then look back to your right side. All right, so it's the same twist that we were doing when we were balancing. However, this time we're not so focused on balance. Now we can actually appreciate the twist, and different muscles are acting here rather than when we were standing. So take a moment to consider the differences that you feel since we have had time to practice this posture in standing and in resting. If you like, you can soften and close the eyes. You can relax the jaw, relax the eyebrows. Appreciate the breath in every movement. Appreciate the movement in every breath. Okay, and we've got this great twist, and I'm sorry to say that we're going to unwind, come back to neutral with the hips and the face. Maybe take a moment to stretch, good morning stretch, or roll the hips side to side just to kind of help the spine feel like it's coming back to a neutral place again. And we're going to do the same thing but on the opposite side. So now the right leg extends long, left knee remains standing. Left hand is our counterbalance this time, whether it is way out long or goalpost. And then our right hand is going to cross the body to the outside of the left knee. When you're ready, you can exhale and roll. Hang on, there we go. Yeah, so left hip rolls over the right hip. Face can turn back to our left side. The left arm can be way out long as a counterbalance or kind of close. But it's helping us keep the shoulders level while all of the twist is centered from the lower chest past the belly button, all the way centered around those hips. Okay, big twist. And again, we appreciate the movement in every breath. And we appreciate the breath in every movement. I want to take some extra time here. I talked a lot last time. I'm going to tune myself out here. Just breathe for a few moments. Consider how this feels different from when we were standing and holding. 2 more breaths. Let's go ahead and unwind. Come back to neutral. And again, you can take a good morning stretch. You can roll the hips and knees side to side. Anything that truly helps you feel like the tailbone to the shoulders to the back of the head is finally neutral and realigned with itself. The whole spinal cord. Okay, so now we're moving into final relaxation. So we've got our 3 favorite postures. We've got broken bridge, feet wide, knees propped against each other. Broken bridge is good for low back pain, tension in the hips. We can invert that posture with feet together, knees in a diamond shape way out wide, butterfly. Good for inner hip and inner thigh tension, releasing tension from the knee. Okay. Or we've got Shavasana, legs out long, arms out wide, like a gingerbread man or a starfish. Any posture that we've chosen. We are finally relaxing, so we are closing the eyes. We are adjusting what needs adjustment. We are relaxing the face muscles, trying to relax the neck muscles. And to help us do so, let's start to imagine in our mind, as we exhale, it almost feels like we're melting into a puddle. So as we create a greater exhale, we imagine melting into a puddle. What would that feel like? From the skin, the muscle, the joints, into the bones. If we allowed ourselves just to feel heavy, heavy, heavy. And while we feel ourselves growing heavy, we feel the mat, the ground, the earth beneath us, creating space for us just to sink. The ground rising up to meet us where we melt. We become very aware of the heaviness in our body. As if we have control of feeling the muscles release, the tension release. And without self-judgment and without expectation, we allow ourselves to feel the weight of the atmosphere gently pressing us down into the ground that rises up to meet us. Sort of like we're imagining our own weighted blanket. And we let the jaw relax, and we let the eyes relax, and we take 3 more slow and steady breaths, starting to feel stronger in the inhale. letting the inhale become strong. We can start to blink open the eyes and move the toes and fingers and rock the head side to side and free up the joints of the body to move for comfort, becoming more aware of the space that we are in now. And we'll roll to one favorite side without thinking, and we'll rise, slow and easy into a seated posture. Any seated posture that works for you. We root the hips down strong. We stack the spine up tall and proud and release the shoulders. And it's at this time at the end of our practice today that I'd like to thank you for choosing to share your time and your practice with me here today. And again, it is the light within me that honors and bows to the light within you.